Hey, welcome to this channel. So we already covered this custom tab bar navigation animation in the first part, and also we covered this badge fade in fade out animation as well. You can check that in the description down below. In this video I'm gonna build this middle card sliding animation, and yeah, without further ado, let's start building. I have built this small footer here, so we are not gonna waste time on the video building up this static UI. So you can download the boilerplate from the URL in the description, but if you don't want to do so, you can just follow me creating this middle animation. So let's start building it. Here, let's create cards maybe. And components, cards, and import that here. Okay, we have already something. We can add some styling. Adding horizontal 24. Okay. Let's add background color to see what we are building. I don't think it's gonna show yet, but yeah. Let's use the variables we already have in the constants. Spacing. So inside this container, let's create some styling, some components, text, live bits, and let's use the emoji here just like this. Okay, give it some styling. Styles, title, font family, Goldman bold, font size. Okay, let's use those. Yeah, that's good. Let's add align self flex start. Okay, that works. Align items center and padding, horizontal spacing. One more view where we have width item. Okay, let's create a card width variable, height, also card width, card height, and position relative. Okay, we need to create those here. Export const card width height, and export const card width, which will be width minus spacing multiplied 4 times, because we have there 4 paddings. That will be card width multiplied 1.2, maybe. Yeah, that will be it. Let's import those here. That's good. It fits very nicely here. We now can map the images and bits, and yes, images and some information from the constants, which will be card images, map, image, and index. Let's create actually a component for this, and it will be card item. Create that here, card item .tsx. Great. Let's give the key, and the key can be image URI. Okay. We are gonna need also index. Also image, or maybe URI and bit. We can also describe those here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we now see all these available bits here. Okay, let's do some styling. I think would be that best to start with. Okay, style and create styles container. Let's give it width and height 100% of the parents. We need also to have position absolute. Let's give border radius 20 maybe, or 28. Border width also, let's do it 12. Okay, and border color is 10. Is white good? We don't actually need the background red anymore. Yeah, we can see that here. Great. Or we just can have background color white, and yeah, that's good. Yeah, inside this we need to have now image and this small info container here, which we can start building easily. Let's do actually image from React Native, and yeah, good. We can have the border radius 20. Yeah, that seems to look better. We can take these styles, the image. Yeah. For this blur container, we can use blur view. Blur view from, we can import that from Expo Blur. Yep. And let's give it some styling. This blur view container. Position will be absolute. Bottom will be 0, left 0, right also 0. Let's give some height. And border bottom left, right. Okay, that's good. But give it 20 instead of 28. And overflow hidden. Padding. Padding 16. Yeah, let's give the intensity a little bit less, maybe 10. Okay, 10 or maybe 50. Yeah, I think that seems good. Inside this blur view, we need to have view, and here also another view, which will have the text, highest bit, U badge $sign from, I'm importing the badge $sign from React Native Lucid icons, and text will be like this. Okay, yeah, we need to add some styling here, but so far it looks good. Yeah, we can remove the styling so for now, and start the styling of this content container, which will be styles content container, flex direction row, and align items center. Okay, and let's give it a gap a bit, gap 16. Good. Here we need to have also some styling, and that's bid info. Bid info will be justify content space around and height 100%. Style bid text. Font family, let's use Goldman regular, font size 14, and color white. Yeah, good. Let's increase the size of it a little bit so it's visible, more visible. Okay. We need to add here as well bid value content, bid value container. Yeah. Flex direction row, align to center, and gap, let's use 6. Great. Give it the styles bid value. Bid value will be font family. Okay, let's do 20 here. I think that looks good, but let's give it black instead of white. Okay. Yeah. Oh no, it needs to be white. And we need to remove it here. Yeah, and now we need to create this button. Pressable text. Okay, place a bit and style button. Background color black, padding 14, border radius 8 maybe, give it all available space, and align item center. Style button text, color white, Coleman bold, and maybe 20. I think that's good. Or 18. Yep. Looks nice. Okay, so as you can see, the card itself is already built, and now we need to start some styling, start some animations here. So we need to have some gestures here. So for that, we're gonna need to wrap this component, these items, into the gesture detector. And give it gesture, which I'm gonna create here. Const gesture pan, and on change and on update. Yeah. Okay, we need to have also gesture handler root view, which we can do here. Here, gesture handler root view. Yeah. Yeah. And to see the logs. Yeah, we have gesture here. Okay, we need to have these tilted cards here, like rotated cards in the background. And for that, and also as you can see, this image actually is the last image in the array, because those items are stacked on top of each other. And to fix that, we need to add some styles here, and which will be something like maybe index minus index, not index, like z index minus index. And now the cards are reversed, and this is actual first image in the array. After that, we can do something like really interesting here. In Reanimated 4, we have now the CSS animations available, so we can create the rotation effect for background cards with the CSS animations. And we can do that like this: transform, rotate. If index is rotate, if the card is the first card, then it should not be rotated. So if index is 0, then we need to have 0 degree. But if we can like rotate even and odd cards, so we can implement that like this. And the background cards, maybe we can use 10 degrees, but something like that. Index minus 10 degree. Yeah, that's good, but we need to provide one more property. Transform, transform property. Yeah, transition property. We need to have transform and set index. Yeah, that's so good. We can also add transition duration and transition timing function. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But currently we cannot animate this because we are not doing anything with the images yet. But yes, we're gonna go there. Now let's create some animated values. Const transform x, use shared value, and transform y. Y also will be use shared value 0. And here we can give the values as the pan gesture is updating. After that, we can do on end. Actually, before we are gonna do end function, let's create some animation style. Const animated style. Okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, and give this style here. Yeah, it works, but because we are already transforming that in the animation styles, I think this CSS animations does not work anymore. So let's actually comment that out. We can add the Z index here as well, and we can add the rotation here as well, and copy that like this. Yeah, for that we can, instead of hard coding that here, we should create const rotation, use shared value, and let's give rotation dot value here with spring, and let's give some config here as well, which will be damping 60 and stiffness 1000. Let's give the actual number values here, and we can give degrees afterwards, like this, okay. Yeah, that's amazing. We see that the pan gesture working. Now we need to have some on-end functions in the gesture which helps us throw these cards away from the screen. Okay, how to implement that? Here on end function, we can do something like that. First, let's create some variables which gives us the information on what direction the cards are going. We can create those like this. Const is left swipe. That will be translation x value is less than 0, but without instead of 0, let's use 100. Then const is right swipe. Yeah, that's good. Const is swipe up, is swipe up. Translation value maybe here 50, and const is swipe down. Translation value is more than 50. Okay, yeah, and actually we can log those. Log. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's check that. Is left swipe true? Is right swipe false? Is swipe up true? Is swipe down false? Okay, that's great. Let's use those values. Okay, here maybe -100. That's good. Let's use those values now. So if there is left swipe, we are gonna do next transform x value, not with spring. We need to have with decay now, and velocity will be, if this is left, it should be negative and maybe 1000. Yeah, that's good. If here is also in left swipe, there is also swipe up and down. We should also cover those cases. So if there is swipe up, we need to do, and if swipe down, yeah, if swipe up, we need to do velocity 500 minus 500, and with decay, if swipe is down, velocity plus 500. Okay, let's test it. Yeah, amazing. That works. So directions are working now. That's good. We need to do the same thing on the right side as well now. If is right side, and AI is helping me very good here. Let's check. Yeah. So now, whenever these cases are not happening, we need to have some function which or reverts the cards on the default, like previous, on the starting place, which we can do. Yeah, we can do else here and else here as well, and yeah, that's good, I think. Yeah, that's amazing. But we can add some config here, maybe damping 60 and stiffness 1000. And same here. About, yeah, that's good. That's better. And we can like create the variable for that. maybe here in constant. Export const spring config, and that will be it. Yep. Now we are using the same thing here as well. Spring config. Okay. So I think that already looks very good, but we have to do some styling, some improvements here. Like whenever cards are going away, those rotation is not changing, because actually these cards are like going away infinitely unless this decay is finished. So the indexes are not changing at all, and this rotation is dependent on the index. So for that we need to create some function on the JS side which changes that, and my way of doing that is something like this. We need to go to the cards, I think, and create here state, use state cards, and there will be card images. And instead of mapping these cards, just map this state, and here let's create the function. Remove top card. Let's call it change cards. And here we need to do updated cards. First card we need to shift it, and yeah, we need to push the first card to the as last card. That's great. And provide this function inside here. Okay, that's great. And this should happen whenever the decay will finish. So we need to provide here some reset function, and create that here. Const reset function worklet, and transform x value. This we need to move these cards to the starting place, and change. We don't need to change any rotation, and instead of run on JS, we need to use schedule on React Native and change cards. That's good. And let's provide this function. We don't need rotation. This function in every decay function. Okay, that's good. Okay, and provide also some config on the decay, which will be here, maybe const decay config, and that would be rubber band effect true, and clamp maybe 300, minus 300, and 300. Here. False. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Provide that everywhere. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that works, but there's some flickering effect, which I think we can fix with opacity of the each card here, and that will be opacity, use shared value, and in the here we can have it always 1, but every time there is some gesture happening, we can change the opacity value to 0 with spring. Yeah, 0 can be good. We can do like this, and here, because it's resetting the cards, 1. Let's reload the page. Give it here with timing 1, and duration maybe 300 even. Let's see if that fixes it. It's not. Let's see what can I do here. Okay, I forgot to provide this opacity into the animated style, and that will be here, opacity value. Yeah, I just added the configs to the opacity value, and I think that fixed the problem. Yeah. Alright, that's it. That was it for this animation. We completed all 3 parts. You can check the URL of this end code in the description down below and download it, use it anywhere you want. I have prepared very exciting animations for the next videos, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next time. Bye! 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 Bye!